Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms flat, holding a record of 9 wins and 3 defeats. He trains out of City Kickboxing, New Zealand. Give it up for Cam Rowston! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms flat, holding a record of 3 wins and just 1 defeat. He trains out of Team Compton, Brisbane. Put your hands together for Blair Bretag. And when the cage door shuts, the man in charge, Peter Hickmott.
Peter Hickmott, the man in the middle for this feature middleweight bout here at Eternal 91. And no questions as to who the crowd is behind tonight. Bretag in the red, Rowston in the blue. And that standard CKB stance we've seen so often. Once again, this matchup brought to you by proper number 12 Irish Whiskey.
Blair Bretag trying to go upstairs with a high kick, but you need a step ladder against Cam Rowston, who is implementing his grappling game nice and early. Only 20 seconds gone on the clock. Blair Bretag doing a good job to get back up to his feet. The game plan evident from Cam Rowston. CKB been known for their ability to construct a game plan and implement.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a long grappler, you're forcing the shorter man to come towards you anyway. So it plays a lot into your favour. So Blair's going to have to be very careful in his approaches, and he's going to probably be throwing heat as he enters to close the distance.
Wealth of experience in both corners. Stephen Elliott Compton, Tom Nolan here to corner their man Blair Bretag. And as we take a look at the corner of Cam Rowston, no Eugene Behrman tonight, but Ben Johnston, Nate Law and Brogan Anderson here to give their 2 cents worth $1 million for Rowston.
Oh, and Brogan Anderson's a great guy to have in your corner, an excellent submission artist in his own right. We've seen him here at the Eternal Cage. There's your first look at your 12-6 elbows, guys. Just telling you what the time is, and that's that they're back in the game. Some nice work there from Blair Bretag, but now finds himself in some real danger.
You don't want to sit here. I had a good chat to Nyreen Crowley, one of Cam Rowston's training partners. They enjoy Spider Sunday at City Kickboxing to grind out some rounds in preparation for camp, and you can see it on display here in round 1, Matt.
Yeah, Spider Sunday sounds awful. I think I'll save that for church and other things. But at the moment, the body triangle's in, and Blair Bretag, we've never seen him in this position before. That's the reality, boys. So we may tonight just find out who Blair Bretag is past the first round, and if he makes it.
Sorry, mate, I've cut you off. I've been doing that. I've made a habit of that this evening. What we're seeing here is the composure that we haven't perhaps seen the rest of the evening in these positions. But as I say that, it looks like Blair's managed to reverse that position.
Yeah, and doing well to attack and make Rowston pay for his mistake there. Some good work with the elbows. Compton team known for their work on the inside. The short work with the 8 limbs. Dig into the body. Comes Blair Bretag. Here he comes.
We've seen this before against Nick Kipp, who's trying to cut you off, Matt. But I can tell you right now, this one could be moments away from being over. Big power from Bretag.
And what it looks to me has happened here is that Blair survived that early onslaught in the grapple, and he's got his confidence, and he's like, well, I'm just going to march this guy down and clump him in the face.
Cam's hands very, very low now, boys. Blair Bretag's seen it, eyes wide, steps in with the big right hand. That's been the kill shot in the past for Bretag. It's the one that caught Kepu. Here he comes now. Blair Bretag starting to fire up this crowd here in Southport.
Well, don't count him out just yet. Level change for Rowston, avoids the lead left hook and trying to slow things down as he takes the back, trying to stuff Bretag up against the fence.
And Blair just needs to be careful he doesn't get too complacent in there. This is a very experienced man, a man who's won the King of the Ring tournament in New Zealand, as you mentioned before, Matt. You can't stand in front of him with your hands down, even if you do think he's a grappler.
Absolutely. Cam Rowston, he's looking to transition to the back here. That right arm framing on the inside of the thigh is going to turn into a switch if he can. But dragged down to the mat once more is Blair Bretag. He's never been in a fight like this, boys, for sure. He's been in it every day in the gym on the way to make us walk out here tonight. The team at Compton's know how to put the guys through their paces, and all those hard yards paying off as he gets back to his feet once more.
Well, it's a case of grit versus experience. You thought that Bretag was getting the better of Rowston on the feet, but again, the 9-3 veteran showing his experience as we count down the final minute of round 1.
And what Rowston's doing so well is every time Blair counters some of the positions or grips he has, he just goes to the next position. So he's always keeping Blair slightly behind. So Blair's chasing, Cam's asking all the questions, and Blair's having to answer and not getting to ask any questions of his own.
Final 30 seconds. Trying to attack a single as he transitions to a half high crotch there, Matt Williams.
Yeah. I don't think he needs the takedown here. It still is a close round though, boys. He's had some moments on top, but remember, Blair Bretag had him pretty wobbled there midway through the round. So let's see who will finish big here. Here comes Blair Bretag trying to put an exclamation point on it, and does just that with a cherry on the top.
Day of tomorrow before they reach the UFC at UFCFightPass.com.
Starting off with a calf kick is Blair Bretag. That's a new wrinkle we haven't seen in this fight yet. Right hand has hell and high earth behind it. Rowston wise to it, ducks under. Tries to catch it, shooting Rowston with a knee there to Bretag, who goes upstairs, collects some air miles, and ends up in the center of the cage here with a very dangerous grappler on his back bend.
Yeah, not an ideal start to the round for Blair. He would have wanted to do a bit more damage to Cam before they hit the deck, or at least emptied his gas tank a little bit more. As just off his stall now, Cam's in a dangerous position on the back of Blair Bretag here.
He is indeed very high at the moment, but in a good position to do some damage is Cam Rowston. Went to the half Nelson for a second. Oh, looking to attack the arms now.
Backdoor escape here from Blair, possibly. Steps back over, beautiful jiu-jitsu there.
That was really nice, almost moonwalk back over the top of him. Silky smooth grappling from Cam Rowston.
Had a good chat to Cam Rowston upon my travels to City Kickboxing in Auckland. Originally started his career here in Australia before moving to Auckland to help Israel prepare for Calvin Gastelum almost 6 years ago now, and you can imagine he would have sharpened his tools within the walls of CKB, Matt.
Of course, yeah, absolute room of killers over there. Looking to attack now as Rowston goes under the chin, goes palm to palm, the S grip, looking to tighten that grip, draw the elbow down to the floor. Might look to come up and over to mount, but it's Blair Bretag. Needs to be careful of the high guard here of Rowston, but that's good work from Bretag. Not out of danger yet at all. He's got the right arm stuck right across his body there. So Rowston in a good position to attack, and he does, going for the armbar. And it's deep,
this looks deep. Bretag will hitchhike out of there. What an escape!
He thought about tapping for a second there and chose to dog it out. And oh,
that is close. Peter Hickmont calls time on that one. We'll have to take a look at the replay.
No, there was definitely too many points of contact there for me. I think an octopus would have still had enough limbs on the ground. He almost tried to tee his head off.
But look at this, he doesn't want to stop.
No, because he's having a good moment here, Cam Rowston. He's having a good moment.
And I would like to point out, this isn't the flyweight division.
No.
The pace this fight has been fought at is like it's in the flyweight division. These are two middleweights.
And I think that the faster pace that this is fought will suit Cam Rowston. Try and sap some of that power out of Bretag, who's really loading up on some of those shots now.
Well, he can see everything that comes, and I think that may be because Bretag, he's putting a bit of extra venom into those punches, and Rowston reading him quite well, but down he goes, the strength of Blair Bretag.
Yeah, a bit of Muay Thai there. He's had a bunch of Muay Thai fights as Blair Bretag and did a good job to nullify that plum lock, but once more he finds himself with Cam Rowston on top.
He was a little bit lackadaisical there. He got out of the position and just stood against the cage, and Cam is progressing very quickly from position to position and reshoots and reshoots. So I'd like to see him just switch on that little bit more in those exchanges.
Well, you make mention of position. He's in a great spot right now as he again trying to find mount. He will find it, and Bretag can't sit here for too long. Peter Hickmont watching very closely to the back now for Rowston.
In a good position to attack. 1:30 to go. Cam Rowston just chipping away at the defences of Blair Bretag. He might try and collect that bottom wrist. If Bretag posts on it, he'll try and pick it up, but he doesn't. He just inserts hooks. Not a lot of defence offered by Bretag. And here he's under the chin, looking to get this one out and away is Cam Rowston. This is very tight. Puts in the torque, draws the elbow down to the ground. Blair Bretag hanging in, but for how long can he do it?
Cam Rowston gets the job done in round 2, 10-3 for the man from CKB. And he says we can't see him, but I guarantee you, Cam, the rest of the division can see you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Peter Hickmott has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes and 54 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner via submission due to a rear naked choke in the blue corner, Cam Rowston.